go-to source for all things nerdy.
In bite-sized form.
All right, today I'm Jameson Borak.
I'm Marion Mason.
And I'm Walker Dessing.
And we're going to be talking about board games. So this is a topic of geekery that we don't get to a whole lot on the Byte, but I know personally I am a big fan of it. I really enjoy
a lot of board games are really, really complicated. Like, you know, back when you're a kid playing, Monopoly and Life, you don't realize that, like, crazy things happen.
I feel like those are actually the most complicated games we had in childhood. You just named like actually mildly complicated games.
Those actually are probably the two most complicated childhood games.
It's not like
but regardless, we're talking about these different type of games. We're talking about
that's like the tip of the iceberg.
Yeah, we're talking about everything from Settlers of Catan, Carcassonne, Puerto Rico, Catan. Sorry, Settlers of Catan.
Is it Catan?
And I don't know.
All right. Well, regardless,
he got you.
Specifically, what we're talking about today is a little game called Munchkin,
which is a card game, not a board game. But nonetheless,
it's
fine.
still under
Tabletop. I guess is a better way.
Yeah,
to
put it goes on the same surface.
It's a card game where you're basically trying to loot rooms and kind of defeat monsters, and it's kind of set up where you're individually playing yourself. So you're not
It's kind of like a baby version of Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah, it kind of has that feel.
Where you don't make up the map.
Yeah,
it's just literally like you flip a card and that's the monster that you. It's like
it's not. You don't really create situations that are given to you, but like you still have to overcome it.
It's Dungeons and Dragons without having an imagination.
Yeah, there's still a lot of creativity. More creativity in Munchkin than a lot of other games.
Yeah, no, definitely. There's a lot of stuff, and you get to be able to you fight monsters individually yourself. But you can get someone to team up with you if you're not strong enough to defeat them. Mm-hmm. So then there's a lot of like haggling of who gets like what treasure and stuff that you do.
People get really offended when you don't include them on your
yes,
on your
that
battles.
is true. I have been.
You got much more pissed off than I did.
I get really
he
into it.
hoards cards. Then when you don't side with him, he'll play a card that just like makes
oh,
you
the
lose.
monsters.
I get to live out my fantasy of being like an evil mastermind. I get to, normally I got to be like a nice guy, but
and
when
that's why nobody
play board
plays with
games,
Jameson
I can.
Ever.
No, you should play with me because I gotta win.
But yeah, you also get item cards. You get treasures, which are either like you can get headgear or like an extra weapon or something that makes you stronger, or it can also be something like a curse. There's also curse cards.
Yeah, and it's really cool. Some of the dynamics of like, there's one of the cards was an Amazon warrior, and so it wouldn't attack you if you're female. And luckily, it went against Walker at one point.
Walker had a sex change curse.
Yeah,
I got a card that changed my sex.
Yeah,
it was like the next turn you get -5 attack because of distraction.
Because you're distracted with the fact that you are now
that not also brings another point. The game has awesome sense of humor.
Yes,
it's very funny.
Like, it's just a really funny kind of tongue-in-cheek game. Mm-hmm. There's this enemy called Mall Rat, M-A-U-L rat, but it was this rat dressed up
like a mall rat.
Yeah, like a teenager at the mall.
I liked the crabs card because it was just.
Yeah.
This is true. I like the crabs card because it was literally just a guy itching his pants.
I really liked the lawyer. That was my favorite enemy that I fought.
He's just literally a lawyer.
Anymore.
There's not even like anything. It's just he's a lawyer.
Yeah, and it's very cool. And there's a lot of like, there's a thief card, and so like you can, I like to backstab.
You have classes and races, very similar to D&D.
But so, I mean, hopefully check it out, look at the rules and stuff. Yep. But so, what did you think of like the game overall? Let's transition from explaining the game to let's talk about it. So I loved it. I had a ton of fun. I wasn't expecting to love it as much. I usually prefer the more German style, like you're a farmer, and it's a lot more fun than it sounds. But I really enjoyed those type of resource games.
I thought that it went really, really slowly, and it kind of got us along eventually. But I really wanted it to speed up in the beginning because like I didn't have any treasure cards to use. I didn't have any like race or class cards, so I didn't have any special attributes. So I was kind of just stuck going through cards. I can't defeat this monster, gotta run away. Can't defeat the monster, gotta run away. So when we played it with the double the amount of cards you start with, which is not in the rules, but we fudged it and played anyways, I thought it went so much faster, and you like got to the actual like fighting with people and trying to defeat monsters and using curse cards. It was just once you had more in your hand, it was easier to kind of get the game moving along.
Yeah.
So I think that was actually kind of an improvement we made, but that's just my opinion.
Yeah, I really, really liked the game. I agree that the pace of the beginning is a little slow. As you like start out at level 1, you can't defeat anything. You have like no items, nothing. So like for a while, you really can't do much, and you can get into like strings of like three rounds in a row where you like can actually do nothing.
Yeah.
But after that, it gets really fun, and like when you get into the real swing of things, it's a blast to play, especially if you're playing with friends. You know each other, like because a lot of the game there's a lot of like personal attacks and like allegiances come into play.
I think it was also more fun, with more people.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. The more people you have, it's definitely a lot more.
Because you make alliances.
I'd say like 3 people is the lowest amount.
Yeah.
Like try not to play with 3.
Even then with 3, it wasn't as much fun. We did once with more people, and I definitely
4
preferred it whenever we played with more people.
Yeah, when we play with more people, it's more fun.
Yeah, but I still really enjoyed it. I was won over. It's pretty cheap. I think it's like $20.
Yeah, I kind of want to check out the expansions. They've got like pirates and zombies, and like they all sound fun.
Zombies.
Yeah, I was very surprised by how much fun I had, and I think what's very cool about it is like this is a game that's completely different every time you play because it is a lot of like random and like it was like slow for us that one game, but I feel like there's probably sometimes you can get it and it can go rather quickly, so you never kind of know what you're gonna get with it and the different type of people, and I was really won over by it. Yeah. So I would recommend it. But I think that's all the time
Check it out.
we have for tabletop games. So let's just go over and let's do best game ever.
All right, here's another best game ever. We're going to try to figure out what our favorite game of forever is.
It's coming down to the wire.
It is. We're pretty much nearing the end here, so
Steve,
let's go.
bring it.
Final Fantasy VII versus Skyrim.
Final Fantasy VII.
Okay.
Jack and
Doesn't
Daxter
matter.
versus Viva Pinata.
Jack and Dexter.
Viva Pinata's
I
great.
can't believe
Viva
Viva
Pinata
Pinata
at least,
still
like,
made
has
it.
to
Viva
go on a
Pinata's
separate list for,
great,
like,
but Jack and
It's a fun
Daxter
game.
is
Yeah, Jack and
classic.
Daxter.
It has to be Jack.
It has to be Jack and Daxter. Honorable mention to Viva Pinata.
That's so cute.
Fallout 3 versus Dragon Age Origins.
Fallout 3.
Fallout 3.
Fallout 3.
Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga versus Metroid Prime.
Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga all the way.
Metroid Prime?
See, Metroid Prime.
Metroid Prime. Sorry, man.
Just come on.
Sorry.
Bioshock
Really like
versus
Mario and
Red
Luigi.
Dead Redemption.
Ooh, huh.
Bio.
Yeah, Bioshock's got a better. Red Dead Redemption.
No, Red Dead. Red Dead is so
Red
good.
Dead.
No,
Red
but-
Dead.
Red Dead's so
No.
good.
Red Dead was my favorite
Red
game
Dead's
for
so
this
good.
Rapture
generation.
is like the coolest place. Red
Rapture
Dead,
is super
I'm
cool.
gonna say Red Dead.
Rapture was
fields.
incredible, but I
like,
had
oh,
more
look,
fun.
I'm saying Red
the
Dead, let's
western
go.
town.
Red Dead.
Batman Arkham City versus Borderlands 2.
Arkham City.
Arkham City.
Uncharted 2 versus Super Mario RPG.
Oh my god. Oh, these are like two of my these would be in my top 5 games ever.
Well, Uncharted 2.
Uncharted 2.
I can respect it.
Okay.
I mean,
I respect it.
It's fine.
Mario RPGs.
They're in my
Super
top
Smash
5.
Bros. Melee versus Battletoads.
Melee.
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 Battletoads.
Melee.
But it's
Next,
Next, Steve.
Battletoads.
That's terrible.
Kingdom Hearts versus Portal 2.
Kingdom Hearts.
Oh God, it
See,
hurts.
You can't do that to me. These 2 games.
Yeah.
I mean, it's.
I mean, I have
it
to say
has
Kingdom
be.
Hearts.
Kingdom
I have
Hearts.
to say
Kingdom
it.
Hearts.
But
That does mean that Kingdom Hearts is better than Donkey Kong.
Donkey Kong Country is better than Kingdom Hearts.
No, it's not, because
Yes.
Portal beat Donkey
Portal's
Anyways.
not better than
Anyways.
Pokemon Snap versus Red Dead Redemption.
Red Dead Redemption.
Pokemon Snap.
Red Dead Redemption
Red
is
Dead
gonna make it
Redemption.
really high on the list. I got a feeling.
Pokemon Snap's great.
I got a feeling.
All right.
When to get that
Skyrim
perfect
versus
rating.
Perfect Dark.
Skyrim.
Perfect Dark.
Dark.
You guys love that game.
Yeah,
So
no,
good.
it's
For
the
no reason.
best. It's the
not
best.
that
Next.
great. It's Nintendo 64
It's a great game.
shooter.
Best.
Oh, it's wonderful.
Pokemon Red and Blue versus Ocarina of Time.
Who,
Ocarina of Time.
Ocarina of Time.
Ocarina of Time.
Dude, but
One.
Red and Blue.
Ocarina
Think of all the memories of
of
that game.
Time.
I have
Ocarina
way more memories
I
of
spent
of
more
Ocarina.
time with those games
Next.
than any other game.
God
Next.
of
I have
War
more
versus
memories.
GoldenEye.
What?
God of War versus GoldenEye.
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 I would have said God of War, but I guess that doesn't matter.
It
Super
doesn't.
Mario 64 versus Ocarina of Time.
Oh
Ocarina
my
of
god!
Time.
Can we?
Ocarina of
Oh,
Time.
these are
Ocarina
the
of Time.
Titans. I will go
I know.
Ocarina of Time, but
They-
those
they-
are
they are
the
Titans.
biggest
Go, go, go,
Titans.
go, go, go.
of
One more,
64.
one more, and then we're
Super
done.
Metroid versus Metroid Prime.
Super Metroid. I really like Super Metroid.
I can't remember which
Super
one.
Metroid.
Oh no, it is Super Metroid.
Super
It is
Nintendo.
Super Metroid. It is Super Metroid.
All right, I think that's all the time we have
Yeah, that is
for
all the
today. But join us next time, where we'll be figuring out
Getting
our
down.
all-time favorite
Crowning
games.
The king.
The King,
The game.
which is Ocarina of Time.
The Donkey
Right
Kong
now.
Country Award.
Nope.
What's that for?
All right, we gotta go.
What is out?
See you later. Bye.
Yum.